You know, sometimes I don't know why I put myself through it. Hi guys, this is episode 30 of my 100% Luigi's Mansion playthrough. I'm recording this just after I've uploaded episode 20, so I guess I'm 10 episodes behind. Whatever, in the last episode we did this from here, the safari room, and in this room here we are, in this episode, we are going to be doing the balcony, which is probably the most difficult thing in the entire game. If you've already played the game before, you know exactly what we're doing. You would have seen, presumably, the thumbnail. Yeah, I'm really not looking forward to doing this. Sometimes I find it harder than other times. Sometimes I do it without too much trouble. But I don't know, I guess we'll just see how this goes. Anyway, going out here, this is the highest floor of the mansion. I seem to remember it being referred to as the attic. I'm not entirely sure why. Yeah, so both of the doors on this side here are both fake. If we go over here, we can sort of see where we are in the mansion. This is the window at the top. Whatever. Anyway, coming down here, this is the door to the balcony. Remember that you don't just need the key to get in here. We got the key from the safari room. You also need to have 20 boos at least, otherwise you can't actually get into the balcony. So if you're having difficulty accessing this area, that will probably be why. Anyway, we go through here. Watch what happens to the boo radar when we go through here. Yeah, it immediately goes to red. Okay, so we can see over here there's a ring of boos, and if we walk towards them, okay, so this is Boolossus. He is the boss of Area 3. What you want to try and do is try to get him to bounce into the statues here. That will get it to burst. Then you need ice. And you need to just spray these guys with ice so that they drop to the floor like that, and then vacuum them up. Am I out of... no? Okay. So this gets very hard to do towards the end because they all, yeah, so the more of them you take out, the smaller this guy will get. I don't know if you can see it, but he's a little bit smaller than he was before. Yeah, so towards the end, these guys will be able to dodge your ice a lot more than they can at the moment. Where was that one? I can't find it. Oh dear. I am not doing well at this at all at the moment. When he gets a bit smaller, it's easier to vacuum him into the statue. Try not to press the R button all the way down because that one I think has gone off the side. If you press it all the way down, it just shoots out a single burst of ice, and you can't really spray it like a flamethrower, which is more effective for getting large numbers of them. When he gets to a certain size, it's a lot easier to just sort of vacuum him like this, and then you can control him a lot easier. Yeah, but he's got quite small now, so these guys should be dodging quite a bit. Well, it will be trickier to get them, is what I mean. 3 here, that's good. Okay, so there's only 3 left. Actually, we're not doing too bad on this. Normally, when they dive bomb into you, yeah, that's when you tend to lose a lot of health. When they dive bomb. Crap. Anyway, now they're going to be a lot more difficult for us to freeze. Got this one. Oh, there's just one left. See, he's moving really fast now. And it's intelligent as well, because it basically will purposefully avoid you when you're using the ice, so it's very difficult to get it. What you can do is sort of try to lure it in with the vacuum, and then switch to ice, but almost got you. And because it's just one now, he can't go, obviously, back into boolossus. Boolossus is a composite boss. It might be helpful just to keep moving, because that way you sort of avoid his, I've run out of ice. You avoid the dive bombing things he does. It's always the last one that is really difficult to get, and it's what makes this boss very hard for a lot of people, because yeah, basically this one last boo can finish you off. This guy is very, very tricky. Jesus Christ. And my health is steadily going to go down until there's nothing left now. To be honest, I really don't know what a good strategy for getting the last one actually is. I'm probably going to die on this. Gotcha. Right, now I just need to vacuum him quickly. Ow! That makes me really pissed off. It's because he stunned me while... That's unfair, I got him. I think maybe if you get them while they're off the stage, it doesn't count. Well, only 15 HP left. I really don't know what to do. 12. If I win this, it will be miraculous. The hardest boss in the game. Alright, let's give this another go. I came pre-prepared with some ice, although we don't need it until we burst boolossus. I might cut ahead to when I get to where I was with just one of the boos left. Okay, so I did a lot better on that second attempt. The strategy I used there at the end was basically I was running backwards while vacuuming, and that basically forced the boo to sort of chase after me, and that way when I switched to ice it was a lot easier to get it. Yeah, so that's a strategy that maybe you can try if you're having difficulties with this particular boss. But yeah, you can see that I did well, 92 times better on my second attempt. Yeah, so if you're having difficulty with this boss, yeah, particularly if it's the first attempt you do, even if you played this game before, sometimes on your first attempt at this boss, you probably are going to fail. It is very difficult to do. Sometimes it just requires one or two practices, one or two attempts, I don't know. Well, 2 or 3, not 1 or 2. But yeah, that strategy, I wasn't having any difficulty with that boss at all on my first attempt until it came down to that last boost. So when I use that strategy of running away and vacuuming upwards sort of into the air while running away, and then using ice while the boo got close, that was very helpful. That was a very helpful strategy. I was able to beat it almost immediately, so yeah, I definitely recommend you give that a go if you're having difficulty on this boss. So anyway, there's only one thing to do now, and that is open this and get the key. Crap, I got a gold on boolossus. I've never actually done that before. I think this playthrough so far has been the most successful playthrough of this game that I've ever done. I never thought in my life that I'd ever be able to get a gold rank on boolossus, but there it is. So yeah, let's see what we got. Well, in terms of money, that is. Okay, so we've got 62 million so far, so yeah, we are doing very well. We're almost certainly going to get the 100%, in terms of the money, that is. We're almost certainly going to get the 100 million gold by the time we finish this game. And we've only got area 4 to go, so, continue, come on. I am so relieved to have that boss out of the way. That is the hardest thing in the game, without doubt. And now that I've discovered that way of doing that last boo on it, though, it might be a lot easier for me in the future. I don't know. I don't know if it was just a fluke that I managed to get that, or if that strategy that I used actually was effective. Because I'd just come up with that strategy while I was in the middle of fighting it. I thought if I sort of walk backwards, before I've been sort of walking forwards and spraying sort of left and right all around in the air, and it is a sort of attempt to do an area of effect thing, but I thought if I walked backwards while vacuuming, because if you vacuum it sort of attracts it to you to try and dive bomb you. But yeah, I genuinely don't know if that was a fluke or actual skill, so I don't know, I guess the only way I'll find out is when I do future playthroughs of the game. But yeah, that's the end of this episode. In the next one, there's no boo on the balcony or anything, and besides it's the floor 3, so we'll be getting all the boos up there in a bonus episode. Yeah, in the next episode we will be unlocking area 4, and we'll go through there, so I'll see you in the next episode.